This episode of the Sports Box is brought to you by Mic'd Up Entertainment and DJ Mike Velardi. For all of your event planning needs, make sure you contact Mike at 609-864-5925 and tell him that you saw him on the Sports Box.
Well, hello again, and welcome to the show that if you're not careful, you'll be talking about us in your sleep. This is the Sports Box, where the only opinion that matters is right here. I am the Mike Galetta, a.k.a. Hamilton Mike, along with my partner, the Brian, the Ranger at Heart. Brian, how are you today?
I'm feeling like I'm on the Fastlane right now.
Wow.
You like that?
You know what, speaking of Fastlane, you can always get us on social media. You know that.
Absolutely. I mean, really, they really should know that by now, right?
If you don't, you're in a hole.
All right, listen. If you're new to the show, welcome to the Sports Box. And as Mike said, the only opinion that matters is...
right here. It's only right here.
I won't take his tagline.
That's it.
We are always all on social media everywhere. So make sure that you're following us on Twitter at SportsBox Show, on Facebook at SportsBox Show. We have a lot of exclusive content there. And of course, if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, you have the opportunity at the end of the show. You'll see the logo right around here. You'll see Mike's kids pleading with you to subscribe to the show.
Please.
Feel free to go ahead and do that.
Absolutely.
So you can join us on this crazy ride that we're on.
Absolutely. Today we are going to talk about the WWE Fastlane event that's on the rise here coming up. Brian, you ready to go?
I'm always ready to go.
Attaboy.
WWE, I can do it on my sleeve.
One of these times I'm going to drop him through the table on a suplex. That's going to be fun.
See, now why do you have to go there?
Well, sorry. Anyway, yeah, I probably hurt my back. Anyway, today we're going to talk the first match. Bayley defends her title against Charlotte. Okay, let's talk a little bit about that first of all.
For me, you know, I think I was kind of surprised, frankly, that Bayley was able to win the championship on Raw recently.
I was as well. Yes.
It just felt like it had the WrestleMania feel that was going to get it done at WrestleMania.
Yep.
You know, Charlotte hasn't lost at pay-per-view yet. It's a very interesting streak that they're playing up right now. Mm-hmm. And something tells me, and you know, we've talked about this in previewing a lot of these events. You know that I hate this hot potato. Yeah. They keep moving the women's championship back and forth and back and forth.
But that is the WWE.
No, I know. I mean, Charlotte's going to be... If Charlotte wins this match, she'll be a 5-time champion already.
Yep.
It just... I don't like that, but something tells me that Charlotte does win the title back here. For whatever reason, this is the direction that they're going with the title. I think Charlotte wins it here.
Yep.
It might change hands again between now and WrestleMania. I don't know. What they're doing doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but give me Charlotte to win back this championship for a crazy 5th time.
I agree as well. I think Charlotte does win the match. The next match is Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe. Interesting. Samoa Joe's first pay-per-view match.
Yes.
I kind of like Sami Zayn in this a little bit. Just for kicks and giggles.
Well, see, you liked it from the Rumble.
I do like it from the Rumble. Yeah. I have a little bias there.
Yeah.
I think they're going to give it to Sami Zayn, even though Samoa Joe's first pay-per-view match. I think Sami Zayn is going to move on here.
It's fair. It's fair. I think the interesting part of this to me is, you know, this is Samoa Joe's, again, as you mentioned, his first WWE pay-per-view match after the NXT call-up. He was rumored to be a Royal Rumble surprise entrant. That did not materialize to the chagrin of many people in my house watching this. I'm not really sure how this is going to play out into WrestleMania because you know that Samoa Joe is going to be involved somehow in the Triple H and Seth Rollins storyline.
Yep.
I think these two have faced off before in their NXT days. I think I'm going to give the nod to Samoa Joe here. I think they want to bring him in on a win, have him go in there and just beat the living hell out of somebody to get his character really over to get started with. I think Samoa Joe wins. I'm curious to see how this plays out again going into WrestleMania because you know he's going to be involved in whatever's going to happen between Seth and Triple H. So give me Samoa Joe, I think, to win that.
See, I kind of think it the other way. I think they're bringing Samoa Joe out his first match, get him loose, get him into it. It's going to be a close match. Going to come down the wire. Sami Zayn sneaks out of there, and then they're going to give the title line, like you said, to Samoa Joe and get him working in WWE. But like we say, we'll see. The next match is Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. Very interesting. I think Strowman's got a shot here.
You think? Well, I
think he does. Could be my hatred for Roman Reigns after screwing up the Rumble. But
well, there are many people that will agree with you as far as hatred of Roman Reigns. Here's the thing with this one. So, it's interesting because I think everyone understands now Roman Reigns is going to end up taking on The Undertaker at WrestleMania. They teased that during the Rumble match. I think that's going to happen for sure.
Yep.
You don't really know what Strowman will end up doing, but it's kind of interesting here because you have Strowman who's been on such a great push. Mm-hmm. You know, he eliminated a lot of guys in the Rumble. Reigns is Reigns. I mean, Reigns is going to get booed no matter what. This is what WWE has done to this character. It's not working very well. For me, I just don't think that you can have Reigns go into WrestleMania having lost this match. So I don't think that Strowman wins it or he wins it cleanly. I think if anything, either Reigns wins or it's some kind of a double disqualification, something stupid where there's no winner to the match.
But I also think that Braun Strowman's due. He made some noise at Royal Rumble.
Yes, yes.
Roman Reigns, I think, kind of went backwards when WWE brought him into the Royal Rumble. If you look at the reactions on TV, yeah, it wasn't pretty. I think Braun Strowman is due. He's been featured in a lot of events coming in. And I just think it's his time, especially against Roman Reigns. I think that would clean it up in the way of what the WWE did when they brought in Reigns in Royal Rumble. People were pissed off. People were upset about it. This would kind of clean that all up, for a little while. So we'll see what happens. And the last match we're going to talk about is Kevin Owens defends his Universal title against Goldberg. And we talked about bringing Goldberg back after a long layoff. And you had said in previous episodes, go back and watch it if you want to, about Goldberg coming back, and you thought he was going to be, in the hunt here. Do you think he wins this one?
I think what's going to happen with this match is going to set up 2 matches at WrestleMania. Now, we already know that Goldberg has a match with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 33. I think it makes a lot of sense to have that match be your main event for the WWE Universal Championship. So I do think Goldberg gets a title run finally in WWE after all this time, going back to WrestleMania 20 and all that they did, all that. I think that Bill Goldberg is going to walk out of Fastlane as the Universal Champion, and I think the main culprit and why is going to be none other than Chris Jericho. You haven't really seen Jericho since Owens broke up that friendship and beat him over the head with the list of KO. Again, you know that there's going to be something here with Owens and Jericho at WrestleMania. I think we've kind of thought that for a while, and it's playing itself out. It makes a lot of sense for Goldberg to be a guy who takes the belt into that match. It reminds me a lot of a couple of years ago when The Rock beat CM Punk at the Royal Rumble for the championship to face John Cena at WrestleMania, and it was WrestleMania 29, and everybody knew that Cena was going to win that match, and that Rock was just holding it for a temporary thing to get Rock going. I can't imagine that Goldberg doesn't walk out of here with the championship.
Oh, I think he wins hands down.
Yeah.
They didn't bring him back for a reason.
Yeah, if Goldberg doesn't win the belt here, something happens on Raw the next night. I don't think it's going to be Owens and Jericho. It's not going to be for the Universal Championship. So to me, Goldberg's going to win this and create really a pretty interesting, all things considered, main event at WrestleMania, which probably has... you could make the case. You're not really sure who'd win that between Goldberg and Lesnar. I think it would be Lesnar, but that's my personal opinion. I just think no matter what, KO, unfortunately, is going to drop the belt here for sure.
I think he is too. I think Goldberg was brought back for a reason, and I think it just comes out that way. It's going to be interesting to see. Definitely going to be interesting to see. But remember, we'll have it here. If you need updates after the match, we will talk about it. Because you can always get us on social media, as for one, you know that. And number two is we're always covering wrestling for you because we always span the globe for sports for you. So, but let's talk. If you were asleep during the first part of this show and you missed out the social network, Brian, how can you get us on social media?
At Sportsbox Show, Facebook.com. At Sportsbox Show, Twitter.com. Or the YouTube channel. Again, please go ahead and subscribe. As you'll find out watching the sports, we have a lot of fun. We cover a lot of different things. We're going to do a lot of hockey. NFL never seems to die.
Never dies.
We'll be talking combine and a couple different things here as we move along.
Yep.
So, you're going to see a lot of great content from the Sports Box. Make sure that you're subscribed so that when we do get that content out to you, you're the first to check it out. And, of course, you WWE fans, if you want to find us on Facebook right now, we're going through our 33 Days of WrestleMania series where we're taking a focus on each WrestleMania one day, kind of, a look back, so some aftermath, what happened there. Right now, we just recently have done the first couple. Not too late to get on board and give us, just kind of give us your thoughts as to, how things looking back now.
Yep.
On all the years of WrestleMania. It's crazy, that's 33. I mean, I feel old. I feel old. WrestleMania 33.
That's okay. I feel even older. But remember, you can always get us. We're always here for you. You want to write in. We always take your comments. And remember, at the Sports Box, the only opinion that matters.
It's right here.
God.
And Goldberg's winning the belt. Stop it.
Yeah. Still Goldberg. See you.
Don't forget to subscribe.